Hello everybody, it is Joel and John from Silver Arrow Cars, and this beautiful Golf Yellow 1973 BMW 3.0 CSL is one of our favorite cars that we've had, and certainly I would say my favorite BMW that we've had, maybe next to the M1. Anyway, we just wanted to walk you around the car and show you some kind of live in-person video walking around it. You've obviously gone through a lot of our photos that are pretty comprehensive, and so John and I are just going to walk around the car and just show you everything about the quality of restoration on the car and the bright work and everything else. So it was delivered new in Italy and was restored between 2016 and 2018, a completely comprehensive full restoration. John, I'll let you take the honors. You are a resident BMW everything.
Thanks, Joel.
Let's walk around the car and let's talk about it.
As you can see, we've got an incredible looking car. It sits on 16-inch Alpina wheels, which were not the original factory wheels for the car, but as we take a look at them, the condition is phenomenal. They give the car a nice stance and posture. It probably sits, as many of the commenters have talked about half an inch to 3/4 of an inch higher. That also could be due to the freshness of the restoration. The car has approximately 1,000 miles, a little over 1,000 miles since the restoration. You can see as you look at the bright work, you look at the fender lips, the condition of all the parts that were put onto the car is phenomenal. Joel's getting a shot inside so you can see the level of detail that was undertaken during the restoration. And in the restoration shots, you can see that it was every part out of the car, everything repainted, new components put throughout the car. And you'll see that as we look inside, look at the rocker covers, looking at the rocker trim, up to the bright work here over the fender lips. Turn signals, the body chrome is in phenomenal shape. Side grills.
Everything is indicative of a complete restoration. Everything on the car is incredible, and it shows, I would say, as close to a new car as we've seen.
I think one of the things that people also look at, Joel, and you sort of pan across it, is just the body line and the fit of the body line all down the door. The front panels into the front fender is excellent. Our roundels up here on the C-pillar. Always one of my favorite features of the CSL. Very few cars have a distinguishing mark like this. Quality fit of the turn signals into all the bright work in the back is excellent. The CSL lightweight bumper is in phenomenal shape. All the chrome that goes with it is in excellent shape. The license plate lights. As we come around to this side again, we've got some dirt on the car. You can see again the chrome all the way along the top in excellent shape. Chrome around the windows. You can pan up onto the rubbers here on the top of the door, Joel. Often you see in many cars where the rubber work that guides along here has not been replaced, but everything in this car has been touched and replaced. Pan up through the rain gutter chrome, which is an excellent fit, in excellent condition, new quality. Well, obviously new rain gutters put onto the car. Finish up towards the front. Again, the body lines are excellent. Everything that you're seeing is in phenomenal condition.
Restored condition. Let's move inside the car. You can see, I'm sure you've examined this in the photos, but body lines, fitment, panels, all is quite exceptional. Down the edge of the door.
It's got the cap for the door so it closes properly. The door panels are phenomenal. You'll see that they're essentially new door panels. Everything works properly on them. Inset pieces in. Coming up through the inside, all new hardware, new nuts and bolts. Looking into the dash, uncracked dash. All the cluster and gauges work. One of my favorite features has always been the parcel tray. It's a great area. Not that you can, put a lot on there while you're driving, but it's just a great look. You can see when you pan through the car, you can see the overall attention to each of the materials that was put into the car. The seat materials are in great condition. Rugs.
Leather wrap steering wheel. New. Everything, I mean, I've driven it, John's driven it. If you've seen the videos, that was me driving it on the track. It very much feels like a new car. It's not, there's nothing being hidden here. There's nothing we're avoiding talking about. Every inch of it is extremely impressive, and I don't know if everyone bidding on the car or everybody interested in it has driven one of these cars before. I certainly hadn't before today, or before we had this car come in, but it is really impressive. Everything from these very different from most other manufacturers. The seats, they're kind of funny looking when you first see them if you've never seen one before. Extremely comfortable. They're amazing. It just drives so nicely, and I say that after getting out of driving the Dino that we had listed months back and the 92 RS. So if you're thinking about adding one of these to a collection, I would say not to hesitate. You will enjoy every bit of it. The power of the 6-cylinder and the torque is amazing. It is really nice driving it. The ride, it's pure pleasure.
So you can see the same level of attention to the engine bay. It was a complete rebuild of the engine. The photos show the work that was put into it. It was run out of the car prior to insertion into the car. Numbers matching engine. It's got a later cylinder head on it. We did a couple of things to the vehicle after receiving it, upgrading the rubber that sits here in the front cowling. Just put a new one on. Just the other one was not up to the standard of the car, so we've added that into the car. It's obviously got the hood mounts, or hood foam. It's also got the washer lines. You can see that it has the support bar for the aluminum hood. Exceptionally clean. So you're seeing, obviously the restoration, as I mentioned earlier, just over 1,000 miles on it since it was completed in 2018, and it's reflected in the surfaces that you see throughout the engine bay.
Should we maybe open up the trunk and have a boo in there?
So this particular car is fitted with the torsion bars. Lightweight hood would also typically come with the single bars we saw in the hood. All the panels are in exceptional shape in the trunk area. The spare tire is a 14-inch Alpina wheel. You can see all the seams properly taken care of.
Nice.
No, I think it's one of those cars where you don't need to do anything to it. You put it in the collection, you drive it, you enjoy it. It's something that, as you've talked about, I've always loved the CSs and have one myself. And they're a great car to drive, to enjoy. You can comfortably sit 4 people in them. Great performance, and a definite head turner.
People love this car.
They love this car. It draws attention. Everyone who comes into the showroom is drawn to this car. It, as a CSL, it's one of those things where they're not that common. This is, as we know, one of 427. They're Series 2 CSLs. It's a unique car. Comprehensive restoration, leaving nothing untouched. And I think that reflects in the quality of what you're seeing in the photos and the videos. And hopefully we've been able to give you enough of a view so that you can bid in confidence. I think this car will not disappoint.
Nobody. Not a disappointment. This car's phenomenal. I've loved having it in the shop. I've loved driving it. And I've had that same story to countless people that have come in and don't really know classic BMW that well, and maybe they're well versed in Mercedes and Ferrari, but this is a car that if you've owned any of those other classics and you've never had one of these, it is way too fun and so functional.
If you have any questions, don't hesitate to send them in to us. Hit the bidder button and let us know what your questions are. We're happy to answer them. We have, I think, 5 days left in the auction.
With that said, we're going to wrap it up. As John said, contact us, contact seller button, Google us, call us, whatever you'd like. We're happy to help. We'll help with the importation and get it to your door as we do with all of our cars. That is not a problem. Thank you very much and enjoy.